welcome to the call of Overwatch. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Overwatch vs Paladins and which one I prefer and who kind of does what better. This video is an opinion video. I do love both games. I play both games. I like them a lot. I even play Battleborn from time to time. I really like the hero shooter genre. I've played Team Fortress 2. I'm not very good at that game. I'm much better at Overwatch than I am Paladins. The video that you're going to see today, in the Overwatch one, I am playing my first comp game, which I literally am playing the same day that I'm making this video. It was my first comp game in Season 6, not my first overall. I play McCree, that's kind of my hero that I play. And then in Paladins, I'm playing Androxus, same playstyle, kind of same kit feel, all that kind of stuff. I'm much better at McCree than I am Androxus. You'll see that in the video. But now I'm going to go over what I like about Overwatch more than in Paladins. To start with, I love the lore that we are provided with. It feels like we can get an attachment, and they want us to form attachments with heroes. In Paladins, you don't necessarily get that lore aspect. You don't really know a ton about the characters. You just kind of pick who looks the coolest or who does what the best that you like to do. Each hero is really diverse, and you can just tell that the devs really love the story and character. They try to balance the game as best they can, which I'm sure is very difficult with, 26 heroes now? 25 heroes? I don't remember. And another one coming out soon. Secondly, though, the class system is way better. For example, in Overwatch, the tanks play more like tanks than in Paladins. In Paladins, the tanks, the front line is what they call them, really not all of them play perfectly the way that I would want a tank to play. I don't enjoy playing the front line class at all. It's really difficult. It's very hard to play. Also, the support class. The support class is so weird in Paladins. In Overwatch, the supports heal mainly through, or they have a healing, which is how they support. And then there's Symmetra, who is supporting through her ultimates. She has two, and her sentry turrets and her little shield. She could be placed in support or defensive, I think. But in Paladins, you get heroes like Grover, who throws an axe and has to stay far away from everybody, and his healing's kind of weak. Valdamba is kind of the best single person healer, and my favorite healer is Genos, who plays kind of like Zenyatta. He's got the little thing that he puts on people. I don't remember what it's called because I just unlocked Genos like today. And then the offensive category in Overwatch is better. They have it split offense, defense, tank, and support in Overwatch. And then in Paladins, I do like one of the classes that they have. I think it's the strongest class. They have damage, flank, frontline, and they have support. Support class, like I said, is weaker. But Paladins has the flank class, which is really kind of strong. I think it's the best class, the best well-done class. It feels good. I think that it works really well. It's the part of the class system that feels the best for sure. And then another thing that I enjoy is I really like the maps in Overwatch. I love the diversity and the way they feel. Comparatively to Paladins has that symmetrical thing going, which is fine. It helps new players, but at the same time, like, it's kind of boring playing it over and over again. Like, yeah, you have the card system, but you can only have so many loadouts and so many cards, and you can only counterpick so many ways. before you go, well, I played on this map 700 times now, or 70 times, 17 times, or 7 times now, and all the maps are the same. I mean, they're all generally the same. The control point's in the middle. Whoever wins gets to push the payload. Say Onslaught, the control is literally just like the control point is in the middle. Regardless of what side you're on, it's the same. It's symmetrical. It's boring. Whereas like in Eichenwald, which is one of my favorite maps, or Hollywood, there's different spawn rooms, and it's just really dynamic. You can tell that Overwatch is the pay to play game, whereas Paladins is the free to play game. Paladins is a strong game. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. I think it's a great game. Another thing that I like better is just kind of the game modes. You only have 3 game modes in Paladins, which are Siege, Onslaught, and Payload. Siege is the hybrid maps, kind of like Hollywood and Eichenwald. Onslaught is the control point maps, kind of like Ilios, Dijon Tower or something. Obviously, I enjoy Overwatch more. I am a better Overwatch player. But enough of that. I'm going to talk about Paladins and some of the things Paladins does a lot better than Overwatch. Paladins has long been thought as a clone of Overwatch, and it's not. Paladins is very, very different. Has little that is better than Overwatch, and a lot in common, but they are different. Paladin plays much more like Team Fortress than Overwatch does. One of the things that I think Paladin has, which all of Paladin's stuff that they have is just like systems that they have put in place, so that are better than Overwatch. So Paladin's character leveling up system, I think, works much better than Overwatch's. I love how in Overwatch you can see the stats and you can see how many hours have I played and what's my eliminations and what's my weapon accuracy and all that. That's great. They don't have that in Paladins. I wish they did. But in Paladins, they have a system where you can level up a character. So whenever I click on Androxus, my Androxus is almost level 7 now. People see like, hey, he's almost halfway to the top, the mastery, which is 20. And once you master a character, people know like he's put a lot of time and hours into it. Like he can't be bad with this character. And I think that that would save a lot of people a lot of time trying to explain. Like, we all get mad when we get a Widowmaker pick in comp, especially since this is a console channel. Like, Widowmaker is not a strong pick on console unless you just are a freaking aiming god, which most people aren't. Most normal people don't aim as well as they probably should or could. But it would help if we could see like, hey, this person has mastered Widowmaker or Hanzo, and this, this is their weapon accuracy, this is their average eliminations, all that kind of stuff. Because then you feel better. Like we're not having a thrower, we're not having someone who's trying to lose the game. If you just had the leveling up system of the characters. Another system in Paladins that works a lot better is the Q. So the Q is, and you'll see it in this video, I'll leave it in. It says click X or A for Xbox users, but I play on PlayStation. Click X if you are ready to join the match. So you click X, all that kind of stuff. And you have to get everybody to click X before it lets you join. And if one person doesn't click X, it sends you back to the queue and you start over. Yes, it can get annoying sometimes. Sometimes you get 6 or 7 times in a row where people won't join, won't click X, whatever, for whatever reason. And then, but it really prevents you from joining a game that have someone quit right out and then it trying to pick up another character. It puts all those characters in. And then it has like a second tier to that. So once you click X, if everybody's clicked X and they're ready to go, if one of your teammates or one of the people on the other team do not select a character within the 30 seconds allotted, 30 seconds or 40 seconds, I can't remember how long it was. It might even be a minute, I don't know. But within the time allotted to pick a character, then the game will send you out of the queue and send you back to a queue with people who are actually going to pick their character. So it's got 2 tier levels. So if you're really not paying attention and you're really not ready to go, it's going to kick you. And for those people who don't pick their character, even in their casual mode, which is what I played in today's video because I don't have comp unlocked because I'm not spending $20 on a free to play game. It literally sends those people back, and it'll ban you for 5 minutes from playing at all. So you have to wait 5 minutes. Basically, like, no, if you weren't ready to play, then you can't play for the next 5 minutes, which is, I think, a good system. I think it's a system that Overwatch should adopt. They don't necessarily have to adopt the same system, but maybe something similar. It would really, really help make Overwatch more coherent, make it a little bit better. Another system that they have in place that's really, really good for the Paladins has that's way better than Overwatch's system is you can queue for the game modes you like. So a lot of people don't like payload or they don't like 2CP. So what they do is in Overwatch, if they added the system where you can queue for your game modes, you could pick, like my favorite game modes are hybrid and control. So I would pick hybrid and control maps because they're my favorite. And then I'm able to play only games that I really want to play. So it would prevent people, if they introduce the other system, the queue system, and then if they introduce this other system, it would prevent people from getting games they don't like and then quitting out and then just kind of like leaving you on an edge. Because like sometimes you don't want to play on Temple of Anubis. Like who really does all the time? It's not that great of a map except for like for Widowmaker mains. And so it's a system that's really strong. It works really well. You queue, and you would think it would increase your queue times, but it queues you with people who are only queued up with 2 or 1 or all 3 of the game modes. So if you queue up just for Siege, then it can group you with people who are queued up for Siege, Payload, and Onslaught if it's a Siege map in a Siege game and they need to fill. So the wait times aren't really that much difference. I haven't been able to tell the difference. I'm just kind of assuming that that's what it does because the wait times are really low. Even if I only pick one thing, I always pick 2. I always pick Siege and Onslaught usually. But then it just feels strong. It feels good. It feels like a good system to have in place. Paladins, obviously, not as refined or as good as Overwatch in terms of just being prettier or having, I think, better characters, better lore, more time put into it. You can tell Overwatch has had more time put into it. I'm not saying that I think Paladins is a bad game or whatever. If you're watching this and you're a Paladins player, I do enjoy Paladins. I like Paladins. It's one of the games that I feel like I can play a lot more casually. I can't play Overwatch as casually, which is one of the things that I enjoy about Paladins so much is I can play it so casually. But anyway, this has been my Paladins versus Overwatch. I think Overwatch is a better game overall. I think they're both great games. I think Overwatch could look and learn from Paladins, and I think Paladins could look and learn from Overwatch. This has been the Call of Overwatch. I'm Eric. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment with which game you like better at the end. Peace, guys.